Okay, good morning, and welcome to the special bonus episode of the 30-day song challenge. This is just going to be me prattling about for, I think I'm allowed an hour on Instagram TV, so we'll probably see how it goes. I'm just going to kind of talk through and do a few of the songs that I didn't do. We'll see how it goes. But firstly, starting again, I know I've said this already, but thanks to everyone who has been following all of this rubbish. It really has been a very cathartic journey. I mean, if I look back at where I was when I started this, I'd sort of ridden the wave of shock and everything's fine, and then I really did plummet. And I think at the beginning, I was not in a good place, and you can sort of tell that through a lot of the song choices. I mean, the first one, day one, going back to the beginning, a song about a colour, it was Behind Blue Eyes, which is a song that I freaking love, but it's not a happy song. There wasn't actually, I don't think I really ever thought of, I could have done Paint It Black, I suppose, but doesn't really hold any special to me aside from when I lived in Japan. I used to go to this bar, and there was a guy there called Imori, which I always remember because it also means salamander. But he was one of the factory workers, and whenever I was in the bar, he and his mates would come in, and he'd come in straight from the factory with this jumpsuit on, and he'd just go, "Paint it black!" And I would have to sing Paint It Black every time, which was fine, I suppose. But yeah, sort of working through some stuff. Day two, I did Year 3000 by Busted. The other choice, didn't actually do any Bryan Adams in the end, which is weird because I love Bryan Adams. He might end up, no, because I'm doing something else for I don't know. We'll see what happens. See how I feel tomorrow. But or I could just do it now. I'll do it now. So yeah. Real six string, bought it at the 5 and 9. I played it till my fingers bled. It was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from the school, we had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. Should've known we'd never get far. But when I look back now, that summer seemed to last forever. And if I had the choice, I'd always wanna be there. Those were the best days of my life. So yeah, that could have been something. I mean, Busted, I think the reason I chose them, Busted have a really weirdly special place in my heart. I mean, Luke loves Busted, and I just a lot of university time dancing around to McFly and Busted. But yeah, so I think that's why I went with that in the end for that. But yeah, so day three was a song of springtime, and I can't even, what did I do for that? Oh shit. I can't remember now. I struggled, the ones, aside from the Fountains of Wayne for the winter one, I actually really struggled with the song for spring and the song for summer. Autumn, which wasn't actually on the crib sheet that I was given, would have been really easy, because I would have done a song of mine, if I can remember now. Hang on. No, hang on. Oh, isn't that embarrassing when you can't remember your own songs? I wrote a song called Autumn Song. Oh, that's it. Possibly. It's coming on that time of year. Autumn rains are drawing near. Long hot summer is finally gonna close. So grab your gloves and your scarf too. And where the hell we going to? Guess nobody really knows. So come on down the well tonight. Grab a drink for the world to ride. No, it's something around there. Talk of old friends, how you been? All the people we ain't seen. It's one of my favourite songs that I've written. I can't bloody remember it because I haven't done any of my own stuff in ages. But it's that was on my EP actually, back in when I had an EP. But yeah, so I struggled with the springtime one. I can't remember. Someone go back and look. Put it in the comments. The Song of Solidarity. Which obviously in the end ended up being Lean on Me, which I hope you can hear the piano actually, because I know it's quite quiet sometimes. Lean on Me I really enjoyed doing, and I was that meant a lot. It's always been one of my favourite songs. I did think of doing Joe Cocker. Sorry, I will be using my cheat sheets. But I don't know, Lean on Me just, for some reason, it felt better that day. And I was really proud of where I came along with the piano. I think one thing that I've really taken away from this is, okay, I'm still pretty crap at the piano, but compared to where I was 2 months ago, I'm really quite pleased with how that's gone. So yeah, we were going to do What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song, and I'll try not to sing out of key. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. Which, again, it's just a song that I really like, and it's pretty apt. And, you know, as I've said many a time, it's I wouldn't be who I am without the people in my life. Because y'all are awesome. So, you know. Moving on. A song to be played loud. What did I think about that one? So we did The Killers, all these things that I've done in the end, which was really fun to do. Yeah, that was good fun. But originally I had noted down to do Dakota, which by the Phonics, and I realised quite early on that I wanted that to be the final song in this season, because it just, you know, thinking of you, and you made me feel like the one, and I don't know where we are going now. You know, the lyrics of that song just are so apt, and I think if I had done it early on in the series, the lyrics would have been maudlin. They wouldn't have had the sort of hope and joy that I really felt on day 31, and so I'm glad I kept it till last. Actually, worked out well. One that I was going to do, very much a union. For day 6, sorry, was the song about dancing. And I could have worked out how to do the safety dance, possibly, just because it's one of my favourite stupid songs. But why can't I? Come on now. The other one I did Shut Up and Dance, and I mashed it up with Tracy Chapman's song. Why can't I find... sorry. Pigs are having a moment. There it is. Yeah, what was I saying? Sorry. I will do this a lot while we're doing this. I do apologise. Yeah, so I did Shut Up and Dance with Tracy Chapman, which was just one of my favourite things to play while busking. And I haven't busked in freaking ages because sort of, as a teacher now, it's not really something that, I can do anymore. But, so I enjoyed doing that. But one song that I did think about doing, I used to play this in Japan quite a bit, and I loved this band. It was... but yeah, no one needs to hear my falsetto for more than that. So yeah, that was an option. Road trip song was always going to be Walk of Life. As I said at the time, we used to drive up and down from Durham a lot with my dad, and Dire Straits. My dad's not a car music guy, which I find really weird, because I have music all the time. I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning, and the first thing I do is music goes on, and it's on in the shower, it's on when I'm cooking, it's on the way to work. So I never quite understood why Dad didn't like music on in the car. But the one thing we were allowed in the car, sorry, two things. It was Blues Brothers, and was it Sultans of Swing, the best of Dire Straits? I think it was called Sultans of Swing. No, that's the Blue album. My brain's farting. But anyway, but no, Walk of Life, I love it. And if you've never seen the Walk of Life project on YouTube, check it out, because it's absolutely brilliant. Song about a beverage. I could have done Whiskey in the Jar. I used to play that occasionally. But the reason I did Pink is Luke and I have always loved Pink. Pink has been one of those very odd, rare artists that we both absolutely freaking adore. It's a bit like why I kind of love the Black Eyed Peas, really, because I think Black Eyed Peas are this weird point in the Venn diagram with me and Luke and Harry, where we all like the same band. So it's an odd one. The Body of Water song. I did think of doing... Hang on. Yeah, so I did think of doing this. I didn't in the end, because this was one of Manami's favourite songs. It's a song I love a lot, but she adored this person. So I kind of went, no, I'm not going to. I'm okay to play a little bit of it now though, if I can find. I don't think those are the chords that I normally use for it, but we'll give it a go. What's going on, piglings? But anyway, while I'm trying to find the chords, so I obviously I did the River, Springsteen. I'm actually amazed that I only put one Springsteen song on this whole thing. So I'm glad I did do the River. But then at the same time, I tried not to overkill. I know I did 3, maybe even 4, technically, Bare Naked Ladies. But so this was a possibility for. Try to keep you close to me, but life got in between. I don't like those chords, but it was basically hold back the river, let me look in your eyes. Hold back the river so I can stop for a minute and see where you hide. Hold back the river, hold back. Those chords aren't right, but I thought about doing that, but you know what? I never got into James Bay. I was into James Bay by osmosis. So, and like I said, I needed to get that in. So on the topic of Manami and whatnot, day 10 was a song about an ex, and again, I only did one Counting Crows song. I had sort of avoided listening to Counting Crows because as much as they are my favourite band, I knew that I would spiral if I did. And it was quite nice doing, you know, Possibility Days. It was a cold 3 a.m. JFK. Guess you stayed 'cause you wanted to stay. We went from 0 to everything, all in a day. And Kennedy took you away. Thought of a short road that was keeping you warm. And the moments make up your life till you wake up. You sit on a swing in the dark with a girl, and she tells you she wanted to kiss you. You know the worst part of a bad day is one thing you don't say. You don't know how, but you wish there was some way. So you pull down the shades and you shut out the lights. Somehow you mix up goodbye and goodnight. I can sing it now without crying like a prat. But no, Possibility Days, just to give a bit of explanation as to why that was very much the song. It was a song I finally understood. And it's about saying goodbye to the futures that never happened. And, you know, I think that was something that really, really fucking hit me hard about, you know, a couple of weeks in. Like, I was lying in bed one night and it dawned on me that these children that I had created lives for, Xander and Moana, they were never going to exist. And you know, in what she had done, she'd basically killed our children, and the whole possibility of, you know, it sounds fucking melodramatic, but it you know, when you spend 10 years with someone, you build these dreams and these ideas, and so Possibility Days, it really resonated. The other ones that I thought about doing, just real quick, I don't want to dwell on this one too much, but one of the songs, and this is why I didn't go too much down the Bon Jovi route either, because this was a song that, while she was still in Japan for that while, and I was over here making the money for visas and whatnot, this one really was the song. You want, oh hello, You want I can't pitch. Commitment, take a look into these eyes. I'm not even going to try, but it's In These Arms by Bon Jovi. Can't pitch you today. I'd want you, I need you, I'd get down on my knees for you. That one. And then the other one, which was always, I freaking love Journey. And, you know, I only did one Journey song on this. I did Anywhere You Want It on the Spanish Day. But I've loved Journey for a very long time. Before, you know, I remember back at the student union, me and Tim used to request Don't Stop Believing before it had this sudden resurgence, and it would come on in the union and people are like, what the fuck is this song? Well, it's Journey, guys. It's amazing. But one of my absolute favourite Journey songs, and I love this. It's Highway Run into the midnight sun. Wheels go round and round, you're on my mind. Restless hearts sleep alone tonight, sending all my love along the wire. They say that the road ain't no place to start a family. Right down the line, it's been a you and a me. And loving a music man ain't always what it's supposed to be. Oh, girl, you stand by me. Fucking ironic. I'm forever yours, faithfully. But yeah, it goes on, you know, it talks about being apart ain't easy on it. It was, yeah, and at the time, and I you know what, I hope and I believe at the time it was apt. Song About a City, that was day 11. We're almost perfectly on schedule for time, which is good. Yeah, day 11, Song About a City. I don't think I ever really had any other ideas for that, apart from I did Hiroshima Midnight, my own song. So yeah, Song About a Country, we did Down Under. I don't think there was any other choices for that, to be honest. Moving on. Yeah, there was a couple of things I thought about for this. The first one, I avoided any Ed Sheeran in the end, because I have a love-hate with Ed Sheeran. But I did think about doing, hello, I'm not actually doing, I'm looking this up for the next one. I think I'm in the right key here, but I was going to do... When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. I was running from my brother and his friends. I tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart and I broke it here. Made friends and lost them through the years. I can't remember. I've not seen the roaring fields in so long. I know I've grown and I can't wait to go home. And I'm on my way. Fuck, climbing at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel, and it's real as we watch the sunset over ages. But yeah, that was one possibility. Just because it's sort of about moving on from life. But I did doing Old Apartment. Yeah, Bare Naked Lady is the... Oh, one of them. Broke into the old apartment. It's another song that kind of I kind of understood the meaning a lot more, and you know, it worked. The other moving on song that I thought about a lot is a really important song for me, which is Moving by Supergrass, and the reason that I love this song as much as I do is, as most of you will know, you know, my grandfather and my step-grandmother were Indian, and when he died, it was sort of the big first massive death in my life. I love my grandpa, and the first thing I did before I could even sort of comprehend it was I went and watched East is East, and the song at the end is moving, just keep moving till I don't know what to say. That's a long one, but gotta love the feeling around me and a stone cold feeling inside, and I can't stop messing my mind up and wasting my time. I've not even listened to that song in ages, but yeah, Moving by Supergrass, really dear song of mine. But I tend to get quite wistful when I think about grandpa, as you can probably tell. So I thought it was probably a good idea to avoid that one at that point in the journey. The morning song would, I did I Am Disappeared by Frank Turner, and I sort of changed that on the day because it had come onto my shuffle, and I thought, fuck, this is such... I'd forgotten how much I love this song and how great this song is, and it was really apt, you know. And come morning, I am disappeared, just an imprint on the bed sheets. And there's also a bit about she's got her cowboy boots and car keys on the bedstand, which again, but originally it was going to be a band. There's somewhere. Hang on, I can't do backwards and mirrored. No, I really can't. That one. There we go. Razorlight. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I've been here too long. Songs on the radio sound the same. Everybody just looks the same. And then last night was so much fun, and now your sheets are dirty and the streets are dirty too. You never look back on what you done. Remember when you were young, you lose yourself in the morning. You know you won't remember a thing. In the morning, you know it's gonna be alright. So yeah, that was very much a possibility for that. I love Razorlight, and actually when Ben and I went to see Razorlight supporting the Kaiser Chiefs, Razorlight owned it, man. They were so much better. But yeah, the cover song day was a really interesting one. There was something else that Handbags and Cloud Rags. I might do a little bit of that in a second. But one that I really wanted to do, and we'll see if I can... one of my favourite songs that I used to play on the guitar in Ocean Deep back in Japan was Walking in Memphis. And I remember Matt Lundham used to fucking love this song. And I really wanted to learn it on piano. I really did. And I tried, and I'll give it a go. We'll see what happens. But it's something like... Put on my blue suede shoes and I boarded the plane. Touchdown in the land of the Delta Blues. Middle of the pouring rain. WC Handy. Won't you look down? Yeah, exactly. So I tried. And I can't even remember it on the guitar now. But I was walking in them. Can't remember. But yeah, I love that song, and it's sort of... I can't even say that I'm going to try and get to C on my Greater Z and play it then, because that's in, 3 days? And I'm not going to be able to do it for Mark Cohn. Leonard Cohen did a cover of it. Cher did. They all begin with C. Fuck, that's weird. Cher, Mark Cohn. No, Leonard Cohen didn't do it. He did Hallelujah. What are you doing, Gray? This is what happens when I'm literally spending my life talking to a screen. But yeah, Day 16 was a song with time in the title, and I did 1 week by Bare Naked Ladies because it's just fabulous. I did think about doing this song, which is by a band called the Airborne Toxic Event, who I really, really love. They've kind of disappeared again into obscurity. And God knows if I can actually remember how to sing this, because it's quite odd. Sorry, this artist has told us we cannot show this tab. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? A band that no one's heard of has taken away the tabs for their songs. That's really funny. Oh, I wonder if I can remember how it goes. Something around there. It's I can't remember what the next chord is. But it goes something, and it starts sometime around midnight. At least that's when you lose yourself for a minute or two. It's a weird one because it's just at the bottom of my range where it's about to break, and then it jumps up like double octave, and it's and she leaves with someone you don't know, and it's really high. But yeah, if I can't find the chords and I can't remember how to play it, but check out Sometime Around Midnight by the Airborne Toxic Event, because that's a fabulous little song. We then had the Valley Winter Song by Fountains of Wayne, which was fun. And then Day 18 was the song with a plant in the title. And I went with Bed of Roses. Oh, shizer. Oh, it's there. Can I even remember how to play it? It's a B, so... Sitting here wasted, wounded at this old piano. Which was really good fun. Did get me a bit emotional. But Bon Jovi always does. This is the thing. But the other one that I thought about doing... Both lie silent still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, feeling miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? The Though I tried so hard to hurt you, though I tried, but I guess that's why they say here, the rose has its thorn, just like every night has its thorn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Yeah, which is a song I love, but Bed of Roses just it's another one where the lyrics have just been singing to me, or had been, or I don't know. We're moving on, man. We're good in this world right now. We're buying houses. We're doing exciting things that we'll see what happens. Royal we. Day 19 was a song with an animal in the title, and I thought about doing what I genuinely think is one of the most beautiful songs ever written. And you know, we used to play this game of if you could have written any song, what would it have been? And this was always my choice. Childhood living, it's easy to do that you wanted, bought them for you. Graceless lady, you know who I am, and you know I can't let you slide through my hands. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. Wild horses couldn't drag me away. I love that song. But of course we did do some Rolling Stones. I couldn't not do some Rolling Stones when we did Ruby Tuesday. But yeah, I love the Rolling Stones. So that was our animal song. Spanish song, I really struggled with that. There was parts of me that was gonna bottle it. There was part of me that was going to play one of the only two Christmas songs I ever used to play when I was busking. I used to do Fairy Tale in New York, and I used to do Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. That's the wrong key, but I thought, fuck that. So I thought, sneak some Journey into it and do that version from Pitch Perfect. And I really enjoyed doing that, even though, Laura, if you're watching, some of it was in Spanish, so shut up. Day 21 was originally meant to be a song in Portuguese, and I mean, I thought about doing a song in Japanese instead. I could have done some Sambo Master, I could have done some Yui, but I decided not to. So And I also knew that I really wanted to get Dreaming of You by The Coral in somehow. So that's how I snuck it in. I made it, what was it, a song that you forget that you freaking love. So yeah, that was fun. I really enjoyed that day. Day 22 was a person's name, and I was really torn. I was going to do one of my absolute favourite songs for busking, which always went down really well when I did gigs and stuff at the international college, because all of the Korean students knew it, because there was a cover. It was used in a movie, I think. Any of my Korean friends who are watching, you can tell me, comment down below. But yeah, there was a cover of this by a girl called Kim Ah-jung, which blew my mind, but she moves like she don't care. She's smooth as silk, she's cool as air. Ooh, it makes you wanna die. She doesn't know your name, but your heart beats like a subway train. Ooh, it makes you wanna die. Don't you wanna take her? Don't you wanna take her home? Maria, you gotta see her. Go insane and out of your mind. Latina, Ave Maria. A million and one candlelights. I freaking love that song. I used to do it all the time while I was busking, and you get all the Koreans would walk past and they'd be going, yeah, and of course they'd never give you any money because it's just not part of the culture. So, damn you. I love you all. Annyeonghaseyo. So, this brings us to day 23, which was day about a day. We've covered that. It was Ruby Tuesday. I couldn't really think of any others that I wanted to do. Oh, I did think about there was one, because I didn't get any of one of my favourite bands from when I was a teen. And actually, Songs About Jane is a fucking good album, and I will fight to the death anyone who says it's not, because it's great. And I thought about doing this on piano, actually, if I remember rightly, but it sounded kind of boring, so I didn't, because it's quite boring to play. Yeah, that was right. So yeah, Sunday morning, rain is falling. Steal some cover, share some skin. Clouds are shrouded under moments unforgettable. You twist to fit the mold that I am in. But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. I would gladly hit the road and get up and go if I knew that someday it would lead me back to you. Yeah, that someday it would lead me back to you. That may be all I need, and darkness is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me, riding low on Sunday morning. I never want to leave. So yeah, I thought about that. Would have taken a bit more practice with the old, which I'm getting used to. I tend to just leave it on depressed. Songs around the holidays. It was always Hanukkah or Hanukkah. It had to be. Because I love that song. And I wanted to do something a bit Jewish. Because why not? So the duet one. If I had not had my ukulele stolen by a prick who also stole my old keyboard, I would have done this one, and I would have cut it together with two videos as well. I would have done one with me on the guitar and one with me on the ukulele, but yeah, it was. It was, and again, it was another being Bare Naked Ladies as well. So I thought, nah, we'll get some Queen and David Bowie in there. But just a bit of a snippet. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I'd buy you a house. I would buy you a house. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million. Buy furniture for your house, maybe a nice Chesterfield or an ottoman. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, and it goes on. It's a bit boring with only one person. So yeah, film soundtrack. It was always going to be Simple Minds. It's my favourite song from a film. I love The Breakfast Club so much. It's just a brilliant film. Song about historical event or figure. I thought about Pompeii, but I don't think Pompeii is actually about Pompeii. Is it? I don't know. I can't even think who it's by now. What's that band called? What were their names? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Which leads us to day 28, which was the song about heartache. And there was a lot, I kind of decided I wanted to do Del Amitri, and I wanted to do that for Sai, because he's a very good friend of mine, and I wanted to sort of, I didn't want to make it about me. There were two songs that I did note down. And one was I would have given. Hang on. I would have given you all of my heart, but there's someone who's torn it apart, and she's taken just about all that I've got. But if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know the first cut is the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut is the deepest. But yeah, we didn't do that in the end. And the other one was, I surprised I didn't sneak any of my country singer, song girls, something like that, into here. There was no Taylor, there was no Leanne Rimes, there was no Michelle Branch. And the song that I really did think about doing for this one was one of my favourite Michelle Branch songs. I can't remember what key I normally sing it in, but of all the things I believed in, I just want to get it over with. Tears fall behind my eyes, but pass me by. I've been searching deep down in my soul. Words that I'm hearing are starting to get old. Feels like I'm starting all over again. The last 3 years were just pretend, and I said goodbye. Yeah, that's not the key. That's goodbye to you. Goodbye to everything that I knew. Yeah, so I didn't do that because I didn't need to. So yeah. Item of clothing song. Someone did point out I could have done a Step on My Old Size. Ugh. No, I couldn't because I can't freaking say it. Step on My Old Size 9s by the Phonics. But that would have led to 2 Phonics songs in 3 days. So, and I don't love that song. It's okay. I'm more of a Local Boy in a Photograph song, but man, losing the will to speak. But yeah, songs about childhood. Here we go. Now, originally, I had planned to do, and bearing in mind I put most of this together at the very beginning of the sequence, so a lot of it did change along the way, but what I'd originally planned to do, I think these are the chords I use. No, I don't. I use something with a C, don't I? Don't I? See if I can find it. Oh yeah. Problem was, this song always makes me cry. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you'd think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. One thing about mobs, I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along on the, what's that word again? Oh, street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. Yeah, I was going to do something with that. And I did. I love The Little Mermaid. It was the first film I saw at the pictures, and I can still remember. All I really remember about it is I had an orange ice lolly during the interval, because things used to have intervals. I did have a play with this. This will be the last thing we do because we're running out of time if we want to keep it on the Instagram TV time frame. But the other song that I did look at, which was quite fun to play, and we'll see if I can get through. looking for under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down, but it's wetter. Take it from me. Up on your shore, did work all day. I'm in the sun, may slave away. While we did boarding, full time to float under the sea. Down here, all the fish is happy as I through the roads they roll. The fish on the land ain't happy, it's sad cause they need bowl. But fish in the bowl is lucky, they in for a wash of fates. One day when the boss gets hungry, guess who gonna be on the plates? Under the sea, under the sea. Nobody beat us, fry us, or eat us in fricassee. We what the land folks love to cook. Under the sea, we off the hook. We got no troubles, life is the bubbles. Under the sea, under the sea. Since life is sweet here, we got to beat it naturally. Even the sturgeon and the ray, they get the urge to start to play. We got the spirit, you got to hear it. Under the sea. Play the flute, the card, play the harp, the place, play the bass, and they down the shop, the bass, play the brass, the chop, play the top, the juke is blue cup soul. Yeah, the rain, you can play the links on the strings, the crowd's rocking out. Blackfish, she sings, they smell time, they sprout, they know where it's at. I know that blowfish, whoa! Under the key change, hang on. Under the sea, under the sea. When it's out in the air, leaving the music to me. Watching they got a lot of sand. We got a hot crustacean man. Each little clam, you know how to jam. You're under the sea. Each little snug here, kind of rock here under the sea. Each little snail, you know how to whale here. That's why it's hotter under the water. Yeah, we in luck here, down in the muck here under the sea. I could have done that as well. I might actually do. God, that was fun to play. Right, I'm going to leave it there because, as I said, we've already covered the final song. Thank you if you have made it this far, and I hope you enjoyed that last song because I freaking did. Once again, to anyone still watching, thank you for being a big part of this. And I think I will see you tomorrow for the beginning of season 2. I'm not going to give you a sneak peek. That's all you're going to get. So thank you. Namaste. Have an amazing afternoon. Chill with the still. Pyum.